This is the new medieval town square released just this month for $230 US. And this is the medieval market village, the 2009 set that served as an inspiration for the 2024 version. In this video, I'll compare the two civilian-based medieval sets, focusing on display value, price, minifigs, accessories, details and play features, and the building experience to determine which one is the best. Both sets follow a similar script in terms of the building experience. Each comes with 2 instruction manuals, and each manual focuses on one structure and its related mini builds. This allows you to split up the building process with other people, making for a fun family bonding experience. The mini builds for the medieval market village include a tree, vendor stand, horse cart, brick-built animals, a table with food, and a weapons rack. Added to that are some large buckets filled with food items. In the medieval town square, you get a bit more. There's a woodworker tool, brick-built chair, vendor stand, cart, log-splitting rack, and a more substantive tree scene. Despite the similarities in mini builds, the edge here goes to the medieval town square because the techniques are far superior. Take the tree as an example. The one in the medieval market village harkens back to the 1980s era castle sets that use slopes and arches as the base and trunk of the tree. The one in the medieval town square incorporates modern techniques with 1x1 snot bricks, dragon tail pieces, and other pieces to create a slightly more organic look. This is a theme throughout the building process, where the medieval market village relies on older school techniques going all the way back to the 1980s and 90s. Even with the newest pieces of its era, the medieval town square throws a lot of different looks and techniques at you. The blacksmith shop in the medieval market village does a nice job of a largely linear build. To achieve its details, the set designer used slopes, jut-outs, and creative parts usage. Check out the wheel rims as arches right here. There is a little bit of snot work with the 1x2 snot bricks and turntable pieces, but the Tudor look is achieved by stacking a lot of 1x1 round bricks on top of one another. The roof is a very 1980s styled black slopes technique. The most direct comp for the medieval town square to the blacksmith shop is the combined cheese factory, woodworking, and tapestry shop structure, which uses a combination of studs up and snot techniques to create 3 different looks. More modern techniques and pieces yield a much more textured look with profile bricks, an awning, various jut-outs providing interesting variation throughout the build, and more. Each building has a unique roof construction technique. The tapestry shop uses a more conventional stacking technique with these claw pieces mixed in with an incredible rounded window inserted. The woodworking and cheese shops feature removable roofs with exposed studs, albeit in slightly different ways. The tavern in the medieval market village is more interesting than the blacksmith shop and features a nice entryway with the 1x6 wheel rim as an arch. The medium blue on the second level brightens the look of the entire set, and the use of telescope pieces for architectural detailing was creative. Another interesting difference between it and the blacksmith shop is the 33-degree slopes interspersed with the 45-degree slopes. Plus, there's a staircase with outcrop windows that add some dimensions to the set. The tavern and shield painting shop in the medieval town square make use of a similar staircase, albeit brick-built, and much more texture in the tavern walls. The window ledges are nicely constructed, and snot techniques for the Tudor walls are far superior than those used in the medieval market village. The mixture of Tudor and stone for the guard tower provides nice variation, and stickers are used to create the effect of shutters at the 3rd level. The roof sections are similar to the tapestry shop, although the 90-degree rotation at the very top of this bedroom is a great look. Overall, the medieval market village was a fantastic looking set for its day, but the medieval town square is more diverse, interesting, and varied in its construction approach and gains the point here. The medieval market village limits its details to the mini builds and some interior builds. The tavern has a dresser, barrel of ale, 4-wide bed, fireplace, chair, and other furnishings. You can also bring in some of the food items designed for the market to fill it out. The blacksmith shop is emptier. There's a stable with a carrot in the outside basket, a stove, table and chairs in the 2nd level, some portraits, a chair, and the set's defining play feature, a water wheel that, when spun, hammers whatever you put on the anvil. This play feature, along with the mini builds and animals, provide for a decent play setup for a 12+ set. Now, the medieval town square, which has twice the number of pieces as the medieval market village, contains significantly more details. There's a lovely pen for the goat outside of the cheese factory, tiled floors in most rooms, plenty of supplies in the tapestry and shield painting shops, cloth for tapestries, and lots of cheeses inside the factory. On top of that, there are little flourishes everywhere in the set, particularly with the stones, flowers, fungi, trees, and bees. While these details add pieces and thus cost to the set, they are well worth it. Overall, the advantage here clearly goes to the medieval town square. These were discussed a bit above, but I wanted to acknowledge how important the medieval market village was in this category. We got our first molded cows, the return of the turkey body after a decade's absence, a horse, lots of fish, apples, and more. While the medieval town square has a lot of accessories, it does suffer from a lack of horse and only contains one goat, when I think fans were hoping for two. The inclusion of numerous other animals, food items, and weapons certainly helps bring this closer, but I'm giving the edge to the medieval market village. Both sets come with 8 minifigs. The medieval market village has 6 civilians and 2 soldiers from the fantasy era castle line. The medieval town square has 6 civilians, a guard, and a wolf pack member. The civilian figs are great between the two sets. The blacksmith and various maidens are the strongest minifigs in the medieval market village, while the tavern maid, tax collector, and woodworkers are the high points in the medieval town square. These two sets are pretty even here, except that you get 8 minifigs in the smaller medieval market village, which gives it the advantage here. Half of its minifigs sell for between $15 to $20 on Bricklink, although the tax collector and wolf pack figs are currently selling for a bit higher than that. The medieval town square gives you 8 minifigs, plenty of accessories, and 3,300 plus pieces for $230. The medieval market village was $100 back in 2009 for 1,600 pieces and its 8 minifigs plus accessories. In simple terms, the medieval market village provides a slightly better value at 6.2 cents per piece compared to the medieval town square's 7.0. Of course, inflation is a very real thing, and $100 in 2009 is close to $150 today. That would put it at 9.4 cents per piece, and thus a bit higher than what we have in the medieval town square. But value is even more complicated than the rudimentary and not completely valid price per piece measure. Both sets represent fair value for what they cost when they came out. Both sets are substantial builds with good parts usage for their time. But about 10% of the pieces in the medieval market village are 1x1 tiles, plates, or circle plates, and about 11% of the medieval town square are comprised of similar pieces. The quantity of pieces in the medieval town square provides for a bit of an advantage, as the larger sets yield a more diverse piece palette. And of course, there's a little issue of what you would have to pay for a medieval market village if you wanted one today. New copies average about $320 on Bricklink, whereas used versions go for just under $290. So this ends up with a pretty tight battle between these two sets in the price category. And whereas the medieval town square is slightly better in some areas, the medieval market village was a lower price point and thus more accessible. So I'm going to go with a draw in this category. The medieval market village was a revelation when it hit shelves in 2009. Its buildings, when spread out, were imposing next to the typical castle set of its time. The variety of animals and accessories provide for a full display when spread out. But the medieval town square is even more imposing, and its superiority in details really shines. The curves of the tree, vegetation throughout, smoke in the chimney, and more tell a vast story that really outdoes that of the medieval market village. As such, the medieval town square wins this category. Overall, the medieval market village won 2 of our categories, minifigs and accessories, while pulling a draw in price. But the medieval town square won in 3 spots: build experience, details, and display value, and these three matter more to me than the minifigs and accessories. Thus, it wins this head-to-head matchup of amazing medieval sets. If you want to see an in-depth review of the medieval town square, check out this video here. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.